Previously on Malachi and Friends and Bible Stories.
It's not my fault, I say.
Enough!
No, it didn't. That cow is just too old. If it hadn't been so old, it wouldn't have died like that.
Don't try to make excuses!
Amu.
Wait! What are you doing? It's that fox! He did it! Don't blame it on the fox! What do you mean?
Having freed the people of Israel from enslavement under the Pharaoh, God now guided them out of Egypt toward the land of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the promised land of Israel. But before they reached the promised land, it was God's wish that the people of Israel unite as one happy nation, faithful and obedient to their God. Moses remained on Mount Sinai to hear the voice of God again. Many days had already passed since he left for the mountain.
40 days have already passed.
I wonder if Moses will really come back.
There is nothing to fear. Remember, Noah was in his ark for 40 days before he reached dry land.
Yes, but Moses could also be dead.
That is true, but he is the one who must lead us to the promised land. Without him, we would not know what to do. We would be without a guide in a strange land.
But outside of the camp, there were lots of worse Israel's enemies. The Amalekites.
Bandits! Everyone! To arms! Hurry!
What's this? You mean to fight against us with those crude weapons?
What? It is obvious they have nothing of value.
It makes me feel like giving them something out of charity.
Let us move on! We are wasting our time here!
Curses!
The people are complaining about Moses' return.
Don't you see?
And they were tired
Their
of it.
God is stronger than the God of the Hebrews. Let us make a new God. It will be made of solid gold. It will be more beautiful than anything that has ever been seen in this desert.
Can we return to Egypt with this God? I do not want my son to keep complaining about never having anything to eat.
Woman, do not be afraid. We will have a new God with us, and all will change. Now, put all the gold you have into this.
Hey, it's that sneaky fox again.
Out of the way.
Step aside!
Why are you here?
None of your business.
Aaron says he has nothing to say to you.
He may have nothing to say to me, but I have something to say to him. We have decided to build a god of gold.
Don't be foolish. We don't even have any gold.
Oh, yes, we do.
Nonsense.
We collected the earrings of our wives and daughters and all the gold that the women of Israel brought with them out of Egypt. And they had quite a lot.
No doubt you took it from them by force.
No. When we said we were making a god out of gold, they handed it over without complaint. How about your women? Why don't you ask them to hand over their gold, too? If you don't, you won't be able to worship our golden god.
We Levites have nothing to do with the likes of you.
Then you will have no choice but to leave this camp and die of hunger in the desert, waiting for your Moses.
Moses will soon return. Kaleem, what you are doing cannot be tolerated. God has said, "You shall have no God other than myself, nor make or worship false images. I am the true God." He also said, "A father's sin shall be borne by his descendants for 3, even 4 generations." God has so spoken.
Enough! Get out of my way! Quit trying to fool these people with your threats!
Kaleem, you are beyond redemption.
What are you doing?
The Lord has said, "Thou shalt not kill."
Aaron, come out! I want to talk to you! If you won't come out, then listen to me! We are tired of waiting! Do you hear me? We are going to build ourselves a fine god that we can see with our own eyes. Understand? If you're going to apologize, you'd better do it now. Huh.
What is taking Moses so long?
It is worrisome to have no word from Moses. Israel needs him.
Inside of the mountain, God spoke to Moses.
Lord, you have been generous to your people. With your teaching, the people shall surely grow strong and prosperous, and be obedient to your will.
Moses, you are a man with a noble heart. However, my people...
But Lord, why do you doubt your people?
My people no longer obey that which I have commanded. They have sinned. I cannot forgive them.
But Lord, why do you say such things?
My people have strayed from the path I have shown them.
But Lord, what is it that they have done?
There are those among them who have rejected me. I shall destroy them. They will be utterly destroyed.
Lord, have mercy. Please, Lord, wait. Please restrain your anger. Have pity on your people and forgive them. Did you not, with your might and power, lead your people out of Egypt? If you should abandon them now, would not the Egyptians say that you led your people out of Egypt only so you could destroy them? Remember your servants Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Remember the solemn promise you made to give them as many descendants as there are stars in the sky, and to give their descendants the land that you promised would be theirs forever. Lord, I beseech you, have mercy.
Good. Now pour in the gold. The golden calf will soon be finished. Our God is about to be born.
And Israel did which is evil in the sight of the Lord.
Moses is not going to return to us. He is dead.
After 40 days, Moses returned from the mountain with the 2 tablets.
It's Moses! Moses has returned! Welcome back, Moses. Is something wrong?
What is all that shouting and singing?
I do not know. Perhaps they are celebrating your return.
That cannot be. They do not know that I have returned.
Moses, welcome back. But you have come too late. The people have betrayed you.
Levi, what is that singing?
It's Moses!
Moses has come back.
Everyone, Moses is back!
When Moses saw this,
Moses!
Is Moses back?
Oh,
Moses has returned!
Moses!
He grew wax with anger, and he said,
You have broken the commandments. Did not the Lord say you must not make false gods? Did he not say you must not worship any god but him?
Moses smashed the tables of God, and he said to Aaron,
Aaron, what have you done?
Moses, please, do not be angry. It could not be helped. They were afraid.
They were afraid? They would do better to fear the Lord's punishment.
They told me they wanted a God they could see, a God that would save them. They said you would never return.
Oh, Aaron, what have you done?
I know I have sinned. I turned my back on the Lord. And all of you.
Aaron.
I was helpless. Moses, please understand. You were not here. They all became crazy.
In his rage, he also said to the Levites,
Thus says the Lord, let every one of you take up his sword and go from gate to gate throughout the camp and slay every man who has sinned.
And the Levites did as Moses said.
Destroy this wicked statue.
Stop! What are you doing? My calf, my golden god will melt! Oh, what a waste!
After this tragedy, Moses returned to the Lord, and he said unto him,
O Lord, your people have committed a great sin and built a golden idol. Lord, please forgive their sin. But if you cannot, then remove my name from the book in which you have written the names of the faithful.
Inevitably, the love of God and the prayers of Moses quieted the anger of God, and once again Moses heard God's voice.
And the Lord said, Whoever rebels against me, I will blot them out of my book.
The people of Israel, who had received the tablets of the 10 Commandments, saw the error of their ways. They removed all of the jewelry and ornaments from their bodies, and bowed down before a tent they had constructed in order to receive forgiveness for their sins. Moses went to the tent, which housed the new tablets, and spoke with God. Built as God had commanded, the tabernacle contained the Ark of the Covenant, a candle stand, and an altar of acacia wood on which to make sacrifices. Levi and his sons had built the tabernacle, and they came to serve as priests for the Lord. Aaron, who was very old, was forgiven by the Lord and made the head of all the priests. Thus, the Israelites renewed their faith in God and once more obeyed his commandments.
Hey, it's that fox again!
What are you boys up to? Huh?
Well, what are you boys doing? Please don't bother Moses. Now, hurry back to your mothers.
Don't be angry with them, Zipporah. Let's listen to what these boys have to say. Now, why don't you tell me all about it?
Moses, sir, we want that fox.
Is this fox yours?
Well, no, but...
Well then, whose fox is it?
Well, he came from the desert, so he must belong to the desert.
What do you plan to do with him?
We want to kill him.
My, that isn't nice. Why on earth do you want to kill him?
He's always stealing everybody's bread. That's right. This fox doesn't obey God's law. Like it says somewhere we shouldn't steal, right?
I wonder if animals can understand the commandments.
But I mean...
You see, the law isn't for animals. It's for people. If a hungry animal steals some food, that has nothing to do with the law. It is we humans who must obey the law. That means you boys, not this fox. You said this fox belonged to the desert, didn't you? Well, that's a proper way to think of it. But in fact, it is God who made him. Everything is the work of God. The desert, the bushes, the water, the ants, the grasshoppers, the lions, and even the foxes. That's why you must not kill needlessly.